verify that we've got a good voiceover coming out on the live stream? Hey, can we verify that we've got a good voiceover coming out on the live stream? Okay, can we check and verify audio levels coming out on the live stream? Okay, so it seems like audio levels are pretty good. I'm just gonna go ahead and leave the game audio at this level, I guess. Okay, what's up everybody? Welcome back for another episode of My Gaming Diary on the Rounding Off Infinity streaming channel on Beam. And if you're watching the archive version, of course you're on the Rounding Off Infinity channel on YouTube. So, this afternoon is going to be a bit of a how goes it, so I'm going to be chatting about a few upcoming changes on some of the content channels that I published to while playing a little Unreal Tournament 3 Black Edition. And then I'll go into my regular script, concerning the hardware setup and whatnot. So in the meantime, let's get started. This game is always online. Okay. Sure. So I didn't play this game when it originally launched. I've just come back around to playing it now, and I may have to adjust some of my graphic settings because I kind of cranked things up. I'm playing over on the Lenovo Y50 tonight, which runs a NVIDIA GeForce GTX 960M chip, so I don't know if it's going to handle all the graphic settings that I have rigged. Fine for the time being. And it is an old game too. So over on the site, gearworks.com, you can see that badge, should be able to see that badge in the lower right-hand corner overlay, if you do know how to spell it. So I just want to talk through some of the things that have been posted there most recently, and content that you can check out to do so. So first up is an article that I wrote called Sony Should Probably Cast Unknown from the Value Universe, where I expressed a little concern over the people that are rumored to be under consideration to play the role of Bloodshot in the first movie that Sony's going to do based on the Valiant IP. So,
watch for civilians!
So if you're in the comics and know about the Valiant Universe, that's definitely check out. I'm a little concerned about who they're targeting. Kind of big name actors, none of whom I really see fitting into the role of Bloodshot very well, knowing what I do with the character, and I'm a pretty big Valiant fan. So, this game cracks me up because it seems so much like Gears of War.
Your brother's got a plan.
Also, Band of Gamers episode number 88 is up there, which is our last episode of the core show. Where we covered the big publishers of
our only chance is to power up a ship
that
for
was our
evac.
second part in that series. And last Monday we talked about Ubisoft, Bethesda, and 2K.
Not a shuttle, a fighter.
Of course, just
a good enough
after
pilot
that,
to get past that blockade.
Ubisoft dropped their big announcement of what all they were going to present, which was significantly more than we knew Monday night. So if you want to hear us talk about what Ubisoft is actually going to present, because on Band of Gamers episode 88, we were largely speculating. But we did cover their announcement in the Band of Gamers newscast, which is available
Just
on
get my sister
our
to
YouTube
safety.
channel, Band
Whatever
of Gamers.
it takes.
So you can check that out. But on the site, number 88 is posted. The newscast, 88.5, will both be posted on the website tonight or tomorrow as well.
Just do it.
The other thing that's been posted up there is my In the Home Theater review of Get Out. So that recently dropped on digital about a week and a half ago, and I watched it on PlayStation Video on my PlayStation 4. So my review is posted there. I thought it was a good movie. I had some things that I didn't think were that great, and I think there's a lot of stuff that goes around in the public commentary that makes certain aspects of the movie out to be more than I personally thought they were. But you can check those thoughts out over there. The next thing that's posted up over there is an after-action report from last weekend, where I spent the weekend playing, revisiting Fight Night Round 3 on the PlayStation 3. All those videos are posted there, as well as my gaming diary entries that I write up with each video that I post on the YouTube channel. So check those out.
Don't even bother with this one. No way he fights again. Just do it.
There's another Band of Gamers newscast episode posted there, 87.5. That's the one from the week of the 8th of May, where the big thing in the news was the FCC's webpage, where they were allowing the public to submit comments about their desires to repeal net neutrality.
Fine. You win.
And
So
yeah,
we're working
and that's
for the
about
Izanagi
all that's
now?
been posted over the last 7 days. So there's a couple
First, a hospital.
podcasts there from the Band of Gamers crew, myself,
And the
Osiris
second?
Prime, DBQ Hams,
you'd be pissed when you
my two
woke up.
compadres
And this mercenary
that
gig gets us
that
up close and
record
personal
the
with
twice
the necklace
weekly gaming
fast.
podcast that we record.
Now we're
Some
talking.
footage and thoughts
That
and
was the
diary
plan.
entries about Fight Night,
Izanagi
about a weekend
suits
spent
cause Ronin
revisiting Fight Night
behind our
Round 3,
backs.
my
I figure we
review
learn
of
their
Get
new
Out,
tech and prove we deserve a frontline assignment.
Sounds good. So where's the firing range?
and
thought a
in
little
an
one-on-one would
op-ed
work out the
piece
kinks.
on Sony's
Rocket
casting
launchers?
and how
Your big
it looks like they're
plan
going
was
to be running
to save
the
me,
Valiant
then
IP.
blow me to bits?
The whole city is covered with
So for the
respawners.
podcast, the Band of Gamers
Corporate
podcast,
money.
we are actually
Respawners?
winding down our last
On a
couple of weeks
battlefield?
worth of
Sure,
episodes.
portable units.
We talked a little bit after
So
we
no
recorded the
casualties.
newscast Thursday night, and
Yeah. Let's see if the docs put you back together.
decided
right.
that we were going to cover
I
E3
know
as
you
the Band of
feel
Gamers,
better, but I
and
need to make sure
the
you're
week
really
after
ready for all
E3
this. Let's meet up
is
at the
when
docs for a
we
little
are going to
one-on-one refresher
rebrand,
course.
and
If
we'll
it
be
helps, you can
coming out
return on
as
one
a
of
new
those scary
podcast.
Carl
So
goons.
the story behind that is we were all members of a group called Casual Adult Gamers, and the Band of Gamers podcast, and I guess its predecessor, the Casual Adult Gamers podcast,
Get a move on,
was,
big brother. Down the hall and through the door. Or are you still tired?
why is that? Why are my controls not working? No. Something weird is going on here. Screen resolution is fine. Input. Keys. Well, that is weird. Blast it. Didn't accept any of my key bindings. That's fine. So, no. Find that the mouse one. So now I'm a little worried about what other settings it may not have taken. change too much. Oh, no. So all that stuff is on. Yep, I enabled all those, okay. Alright. But one thing I didn't like is, didn't I turn on hardware physics? Okay. I think we're good now. So, no, I'm not playing. Oh no, what the hell up on me?
Damn!
Yeah, I've got a really small mouse
Try
pad
not to
area,
tense
which
up.
I really don't
That
like.
helps.
That sounds easy.
It actually makes it hard for me to grip this particular mouse. Casual Adult Gamers is now defunct, and our original founder, Greylock3491, I think, or 3415,
You'll feel the impact of that one in a moment.
That
has
felt
moved
good.
on. Kind of writing and recording his own content. Oh, or maybe I took her down already. And we have just kind of kept the name without him while we were trying to figure out what we wanted to do and what we wanted to be. So we kind of come through some of those decisions, and like I said, we agreed that after E3 we felt was the right time to rebrand the show. Now for the week of E3, we have discussed that the plan is to record, I think, 3 shows, so we'll be going live, I think, just about every night during the show days where there are press conferences and presentations. So I've got to check again with DB because this was kind of his idea, but I think we're talking about
Anytime, bro.
I'm looking for you. Oh!
That's one more for the girl.
And then, like I said, then the following week we will be rebranding. Now, the new format of the show, we have already established and are going to be sticking with. So we will be continuing to broadcast, record twice weekly. So that'll be a main show with a big discussion topic or 2, and
Out of my way!
Now you're getting it.
and then a news show on Thursday evenings, which we're hoping is late enough in the week for us to have caught pretty much all of the major gaming news and announcements that might come out in a week.
This is combat, not PT.
I guess another the other big announcement is since we're not sure if Ray will return to the show, and we're kind of assuming that he won't. We are now looking for 2 more cast members. So we kind of prefer the show's format with 4 people, but we also recognize that just statistically, it is likely that in a group of 4 people, that one person, any one of the 4 any given week will not be able to make it, because of course we just do this for fun. It's not something we get paid for. So what I really want to do is have
kills
is
remain.
have 4 people, you know, with 5 people in the rotation, right? So we can kind of have 4 people every week, and then be able to cycle in and have somebody have a week off each week, but also to have a little bit of redundancy to cover.
Killing spree.
Reaper is back.
And that's going to be what I'm hoping will be the first step in a wider podcast network that I'm hoping to build out. Enough on structures in this. Yeah, Reaper isn't the only one who's doing rehab and trying to get back into the swing of things. I am as well. At least as far as this game goes. I've been playing on consoles predominantly most recently. You know, so I want to have at least the main show and the newscast with some additional cast members. Ultimately, I would also like to have some additional shows, maybe some that are platform specific. Or topical, you know, whether they be on streaming or esports or some other specific topic.
You want to be squad leader? I don't want that shit in my hair.
So, you know, that's the hope and the plan, and you are welcome to watch that evolution and see if it takes off, or, you know, if you're interested, if you like talking about games, and I would say, you know, one thing we probably all agree on is we will continue to be to not be an explicit language podcast, so there's really not a whole ton of need for it when trying to talk about games, so, and my big thing is it's not even a matter of feel like we're being prudish. What it's really about is I want to be able to distribute the podcast to the maximum number of people and have them listen to it. So, kind of for the same reason that you know, superhero movies it's tend to be rated PG-13, right? And look, I get it. I like rated R movies. I think you're only gonna get a really good Joker, you know, in a live-action movie, rated R, so I get it.
You'll feel the impact of that
the
one
podcast numbers and the maximum number of people who are going to listen to it. You know, I tend to try and use, you know, not use profanity in the show.
You have won the match.
But, you know, I'll also be recruiting additional cast members for David Pecci and I are going to be restarting up our Dark Matter podcast here in a couple of weeks when Season 3 of Dark Matter starts getting pushed out. So we're definitely looking for another person or two to join us in that conversation.
Nice office.
And then I would like to also get a comic book podcast and a podcast about tech started as well. So
Name's Milk.
hopefully we'll be able to pull those things off.
Izanagi hired me to run special ops.
Over on my YouTube channel called Rounding Off Infinity, you can...
Sounds like you know my rep.
Yeah, who doesn't? Most Grand Tournament trophies ever. Leader of Thunder Crash, a.k.a. Thunder Cash.
Yeah, alright, I get it.
Yeah, all of which makes you a highly decorated civilian.
You can head over there to check out that content. I've got some new games that are up, well, new for me. So my first hour or so in Horizon Zero Dawn is posted there. In the most recent episode, I know that game has been out since the end of February, so I'm just indicating that it's my first boot in the game with my commentary. a game that has just released is Prey. Just released via major distribution channels this week. I know it technically was available, I think, for digital download like last Friday, but it became widely available to everyone just this past Tuesday, and I played my first hour. Now I am somebody who also played
So the Ronin have a master, huh?
the 2006 version of Prey, and I was one who was very apprehensive about this version because I really liked the original game. So you can check that out.
And we need their gear if we're gonna flex on the neck.
We'll be ready.
So yeah, and there are two Prey episodes. I also made an attempt to record a tutorial showing you how to set up the Elgato HD60 and the Logitech G330 with the PlayStation 4. It was not good. I readily admit that. I am gonna have to re-record that, but you know,
like we're stuck
my channel content on my YouTube channel is more about experimentation and trying things out and trying to explain those and talk through them. You know, so people can either ask questions, learn from it, or give me pointers, right? So meaning that
I need some backup.
oh, now I'm not even absolutely certain that I'm on. I guess I'm on red team, I think. All right. Whoa, I didn't see the fan right there.
That's got hurt.
Soup was so dark he was blending into the background. So yeah, so that's up on my YouTube channel as well. And then if you didn't want to go to the website and you wanted to see those Fight Night Round 3 videos, those are up on the wrong weapon.
Out of my way! Man down!
And the goo gun in UZ3 a lot more. It's a lot more direct fire ballistically than it has been in past games. Yeah, so that is what is up on the YouTube channel. Latest things in games that I've been involved in, like I said, I've been playing Horizon Zero Dawn. Never been great.
Oh yeah!
Never been really good with the direct fire version of or mode of the arc rifle. Shock rifle. Whoa! I really think. Flat cannon, that's more like it.
I'm taking heavy fire.
Where?
I'm going down!
Alright, I'm gonna try and change my sensitivity on the mouse. I think I had it set way more sensitive. I really need precision more so than speed. Now my traverse is definitely...
Heading for the
No.
Stand down!
So like I said, the latest things in games for me, I have been, like I said, I picked up Prey and Horizon Zero Dawn last week. I played a small amount of that. I'm also playing
Heading for the shield belt.
I'm taking heavy fire!
Belt. Oh, okay, she's just talking about the space on the map, not... I was thinking this was like a mission-oriented level or something. and kind of in general on my YouTube channel. So I think I've mentioned in another episode. So I spent a chunk of time going back and looking at analytics and what people seem to be indicating that they enjoy. And I'm trying to convert over to predominantly posting content that reflects that consumption. So that's why I've been doing more PlayStation 3 videos, because for some reason those seem to be popular. I don't know why, but they are. Impact hammer.
I need backup.
Hyper rifle. I don't know that I've gotten this at all. In this game before. Oh!
Mistake.
5 kills remain.
So yeah, so
I'm going down.
So yeah, so what I've been posting recently, and again it's based on that, on those indicators, is PlayStation 3 content. Racing games seem to be hugely popular, like regardless of how old they are, what platform they're on. So was one of the reasons why I spent a lot of time covering Drive Club a couple weeks ago.
I'm taking heavy fire.
Continue to do that content. New games are obviously popular, or newer games.
Well, that just sucked.
Nostalgic games, people like this. Whoa!
Bring it in home.
1 kill
People seem
remains.
to like okay, but they tend to seem to like it more when I have a specific narrative associated with it. Do like testimonials and
Blue team wins
check
the
opinions.
match.
Wait, what?
I knew you still had it in you.
Yeah, okay. I don't know why that thing said I lost the match.
Looks like we're stuck doing some crap jobs before the Izanagi trust us.
So yeah, so probably expect to continue to see a trend of newer games going up there, testimonials and tech tutorials. I am going to figure out how to nail that down and get better at it.
Okay, you're the boss.
And
What's the
PlayStation
plan?
3
Line 'em
content.
up, knock 'em
I'm
down.
gonna play this mission again. Ooh, and in the news cycle, you know, probably the biggest discussion that's been going on is, oh, you punk!
You'll get back to that one in a minute.
I'm being overrun.
Probably the biggest thing that's been being discussed in my circles has been the Destiny 2 reveals. Reveal. We're all pretty excited about that. I've been playing a lot of Destiny.
Possible.
And I think I have some buddies who are going to maybe try and get together tonight and play some Destiny. Again, for me, you know, the main story is I just really discovered that game last year, so I had it. I was kind of bent out of shape about it in 2014 because I don't like games that make me feel like I'm forced to put time in them, which with Destiny you kind of do. To keep up with your friends, right? So all my buddies raced to level 40, and I have this feeling with games like Forza too, right?
Under heavy attack.
Right, like I don't like racing games that like
Why am I always the first one to get shot?
because of the way they're designed, force you to play a ton of time before you can be competitive in multiplayer, right? They force you to collect a bunch of
Heading
cars,
for the
and
shield
that
belt.
typically happens.
Headshot.
Bringing it home.
That typically happens with games that, with racing games that, you know, allow people to race their customized cars in multiplayer. Which I get it. I get the enjoyment, but.
Ah, son of a bitch!
And I guess I'm more okay with it if the game.
Under heavy attack.
If the game has options, right, for the host,
That's gotta hurt.
and lets you either play with,
Okay, so that plan failed.
Headshot.
Never saw it coming.
I can't feel my legs.
That's almost like you saw when I was scoping him in.
Impossible.
You know, either lets you play with tuned cars and upgrades, or just lets you play stock. And you know, and if the game's not going to give you that option, I would just rather play stock, right? Because I just rather everybody be on kind of an even playing field. You know, and you can pick what car you want to drive, but
Get forward with that game.
you know, I don't like somebody being rewarded because, you know, they've spent more time in the game and have figured out, like, the car, you know, with the specific upgrades that runs best, or, you know, is just, you know, more powerful than, you know, what I have access to because, you know, they're at a level that I haven't obtained yet. And I know that's a controversial topic, right? I know there are some people who feel like, well, look, if I have spent more time in the game than you have, then, you know, I should have an advantage. And
I need some backup.
you know, and to a certain extent, you know, in a Morpig or something, like, I get that, which is why I don't play Morpigs, right? But
Double kill.
you know, I don't want to play a game where the game itself provides an advantage because, you know, somebody has more time to play because they don't work, right? Or they don't have kids, right? And that's what I get bent out of shape about. I'm like, look, if you've spent more time playing than I do and you are more skilled than I am, then absolutely, right? That should be your reward, is that you know the game better than I do. You've had more reps than I do. But no, I'm like, if, you know, you should be rewarded for the time that you've spent playing the game, with stats, or in single player, right? But not, you know. So like I said, so Destiny kind of had me bent out of shape when it initially launched in 2014. I was not a huge fan.
10 kills remain.
So do we have the lead in this thing now? Right? Because it completely caught me off guard.
Under heavy attack.
Completely caught me off guard at the end of the last match when
Man down.
it said that I'd lost. Okay, so that's all the announcements and updates and stuff that I wanted to do a little monologue on. Let's talk about this gaming session. So, I am playing Unreal Tournament 3 Black Edition for the PC. I'm playing on my Lenovo Y50, which is my primary gaming laptop. I'm also playing, one of the reasons why I'm sucking.
I need some backup. Bad news.
So I'm playing with the Rocat Rios Mark, I think this is the Mark II gaming keyboard. Or MK Pro gaming keyboard. I'm also playing with the
One kill
Zalman.
remains. Red team wins the match.
Okay, alright. Did not realize that while I was blabbing, the match was actually
I
ending.
don't know what hit him. Nice job. From here on, you're the shot caller for Rona. So it's your ass if this goes south.
Use
Izanagi may not like us, but they like results.
I'm also playing with the Zalman FPS GunMouse. I think it's like the FPS1000, so it actually kind of feels like kind of an inverse pistol grip. So I do like this controller. It's one of my favorite peripherals, but it definitely has some specific needs. Just want to make sure that the live stream is still up and how long it's been going, right? And one of the things is it needs plenty of space, and I just figured one thing out. I was looking for a particular mouse pad, which I could not find earlier, and I now realize I couldn't find it because it was actually sitting underneath my hand on the streaming PC. So now I have the mouse pad. Because the other problem is
you are on red.
This field uses Mark
a couple
II
ergonomic
responders
problems.
powered by
I'm
field
playing
LiveStream
at
lasers, or flags for short.
and I guess one of my standing workstations. So
to destroy an enemy flag,
so I typically at any one time have two standing workstations going. One I've got it created by getting like a cheap target table and sitting that on top of the workbench where that workstation is.
If an enemy drops our flag, you just need to find and touch it.
The other one is a workbench that actually has telescoping legs.
And to move quickly,
and that's
you
the one
can
I'm playing
teleport
on
with
today.
your translocator.
The problem
you
is,
have to check this thing out.
at its
cool.
max telescope, it sits in this slightly awkward position where, by itself, it is not. What the heck? Oh, are they forcing me to? What are they doing? Has this match not started yet, or what's going on here? I think they're... Where's the translator? Okay.
Come on, you afraid of a little translocator sickness?
Guess you're on the fence.
Whoa.
In position.
Okay, this is what I do.
Area
So-
secure.
Oh, something's going on with my controls. I had rigged the translocator to... Whoa!
You feel the impact of that.
Where did he just translocate? Look at that.
Red flag taken.
No.
Enemy flag carrier in the red base.
Blue flag taken. Red flag returned. Blue flag returned.
That's what it is. So the plus
Let's bring it
button.
home.
So
You mean field
usually in
blast
Unreal
generator,
Tournament,
right?
Looks
I
like a flag, waves like a flag.
tie
It's a flag.
translocator.
Blue flag taken.
I got the flag.
Blue flag returned.
Not settling into this. Where'd he go? He completely juked you by translocating upper
Incoming.
level.
Red flag taken.
Enemy flag carrier.
Red flag drawn. Red flag returned.
In the red base.
Blue flag taken.
So I'm
That's one more for the
comfortable
girl.
playing
I got our
defense.
flag.
I have
But-
the flag.
Definitely put more use to the
taking heavy
offense.
fire.
So like I said, the problem is it sits at this
Blue
awkward height,
flag
right, where it's not quite tall
Blue
enough
flag
for the
returned.
keyboard positioning to be comfortable. So the keyboard is actually too low. This Roquette
Red
Rios
flag taken.
has a
Blue flag taken.
Incoming.
this Roquette Rios has an embedded wrist rest,
Red
but
flag returned. Blue flag returned.
but
The sniper rifle is mine.
come on, man. Where's that coming from? Oh, should I stand right
Blue flag taken.
I have the flag.
Red flag taken.
there? That's one thing
Red
YouTube
flag
definitely needs. It
red
definitely needs like
flag
a
returned.
melee.
Your day of judgment is at hand.
I've got our flag.
No, you don't.
Red flag taken.
Enemy flag carrier here in the red base.
I'm being overrun.
Get out of the way. Don't foul my field of fire.
On your team, idiot.
Incoming. Enemy flag carrier here in the red base.
Blue flag returned.
Enemy flag carrier going low.
Anyone out there?
Not. Enemy flag carrier here. Denied.
Okay, nice.
Red flag returned. Blue flag taken.
Suppress the sniper.
We have the flag. Let's bring it home.
Blue flag
Great.
returned.
I need some backup.
sure how to get up there.
Suppress the sniper
so
in the blue base.
So in the position my wrist is at on the Rocat Rio's keyboard, I'm pushing down on it with my wrist,
Enemy
which
flag carrier
is causing
in the red
fingers
base.
to go to sleep and
Incoming.
feels inherently
Blue
uncomfortable.
flag taken.
I have the flag.
So it's not good ergos. I said my fingers are actually slower because it's putting pressure on them that's actually making them go to sleep. Or impeding circulation
Enemy
to
flag
them.
carrier here. I'm hit.
I'm being overrun.
Blue
Now the
flag
Zalman mouse is
dropped.
kind of the same way,
Blue
right? I'm
flag
at too
returned.
high an angle. The problem is that the
Enemy
the
flag
trays
carrier
and
here.
stands that I
In the
have to
blue base.
correct those things
Blue team takes the lead. Blue flag taken.
I've got the
set
flag.
Blue flag. Blue
set
flag
either one of
returned.
these two peripherals up too high.
Why am I always the first one to get shot?
Red flag taken.
Enemy flag
Right,
carrier.
which is also not
in the
good.
red base.
Blue flag taken.
Because the
Red
stand
flag
would slightly
dropped.
occlude
Red flag
the
returned.
monitor
We have the
because I'm
flag.
standing like right in front of the monitor, right? So I don't
Red
have
flag
enough
taken.
of
Blue flag returned.
distance and an
Enemy
angle
flag carrier
to,
in the red base.
come on.
Incoming. Possible.
Red flag returned.
Enemy flag
Have enough room to like see
Red
over
flag
the
taken.
To fall on the battlefield is to rise above.
see over the stands. So it's just imperfect ergos.
Enemy flag
Still
carrier.
like
Near the red
standing.
Line them up. Knock them down.
So that's still a net positive, but
Blue flag taken.
you guys need to get me some help. Come on, Jester, get on it. Oh, not good. No, don't use
Red
impact hammer.
flag dropped.
Enemy flag carrier here in the blue base.
Red flag returned.
I've got our flag.
There we
Red
go.
team scores.
Come up now.
Blue flag
so-
taken. Red flag taken.
I've got the
So
flag.
all this is causing me to be a tad slower than I would normally. And look, I'm not saying
Under heavy attack.
that I'm some great PC player. I'm not. Where'd the flag bearer go?
Enemy flag carrier near the blue base.
Red flag returned. Blue flag returned.
Nailed the flag carrier.
I've got our flag.
Anyone out
I'm
there?
just saying that
Red flag
I'm even
taken.
worse than I normally am.
Blue flag taken.
Near the red base.
Get hung up.
Enemy flag carrier here. Near
So
the
that's
red
one of
base.
the reasons why I
Red
like
flag
when I'm
returned.
getting collision detection on some of these corners.
Incoming.
Smoke that
Got our
fool.
flag.
Right, I'm not.
Blue flag returned.
Welcome to basic training.
I'm getting hung up on the corner because I'm not getting off the corner as quick.
In position.
And I do
Area
have like the
secure.
feet raised because I always do on the keyboard, so
Blue flag
getting as much
taken.
elevation on the keyboard as I can. And
Red
still
flag
not.
taken.
Enemy flag carrier here in the red base.
Oh, what did he? Oh, that's my guy.
Incoming.
Oh, who's that?
Under heavy attack.
Enemy flag carrier here near the red base.
Red flag returned. Red team takes the lead.
I've got our flag.
Red flag taken.
Enemy flag carrier here in the red base.
Enemy flag carrier here near the red base.
Red flag returned.
Meet your maker.
I've got our flag.
Incoming.
Oh, translocator. So the other problem I'm having is translocator. So I usually rig
In position.
translocator to the
Red
plus
flag
key,
taken.
Area secure.
right? And in all previous versions of UT, that would cause you to
Enemy flag.
fire a
Enemy
translocator.
flag carrier here.
But in
Red
this version of the
flag
game, it
returned.
just causes you to
Blue flag
switch,
taken.
which is not what I wanted. What I wanted to be able to do was to fire a translocator
Red flag dropped. Red flag
regardless of
taken.
what weapon I
Blue
had
flag
drawn.
returned.
And stay down.
So the way it is now,
Enemy
I still
flag
have
carrier
to
here.
switch
Red
to it.
flag returned.
I've got our flag.
Blue flag taken. Blue
I
flag
still have to
returned.
switch to it. No, we're up 2-1. So that's
Red flag taken. Blue flag taken.
I have to switch to it, fire the
Blue flag
translocator.
returned.
I need backup.
Red flag returned.
Incoming.
I've got the flag.
Nailed the flag carrier.
Red flag taken.
Enemy flag carrier in the red base.
There we go.
Blue flag taken.
Othello, give me some cover, yo.
Red flag returned.
Oh no!
The sniper.
Red flag dropped.
Thought I had my own tail covered
Bad
there.
news.
Blue flag taken.
Remember, these are called
the
blueprints
other
for a
thing.
reason. Now link up.
Red flag taken.
Incoming.
On it. Enemy flag carrier here, near the red base.
Blue flag returned.
I'm taking heavy fire.
Sniper rifle.
Red flag returned.
Vengeance shall be mine.
2-1 now. Still have the advantage. Now, capture the flag is one of those modes that can go on forever. Honk.
Red flag taken. Blue flag taken.
And in a gaming session that is literally
I'm taking heavy fire.
Blue
hurting my
flag returned.
wrists.
Blue flag taken.
Having a game mode that goes on for an extended period of time is not good.
Blue flag.
So what I'm actually having to do
returned.
is to get anywhere near comfortable, spread my legs really wide.
Enemy
So
flag
I'm
carrier
actually
near the
standing
blue base.
lower than my natural height.
Red flag returned.
Here I come, baby. Clench them cheeks, yeah.
I've got our flag.
Heading for the super
Blue flag taken.
Not very good in these one-on-one encounters.
Blue flag returned.
I'm taking heavy fire. I can't feel my legs.
Red flag taken. Blue flag taken.
Enemy flag carrier here.
Red flag returned.
I have the flag.
Get warrant. Enforced.
Blue flag dropped.
I'm being overrun.
Blue flag returned.
So this is another problem.
Blue flag returned.
That was nasty.
So another problem is I usually
flag
map
taken.
reload to the same key that I have translocator mapped to right now. This is another problem I have where there was one version of UT, I can't remember which one it was,
Blue
that
flag
did,
taken.
so most versions of UT
Enemy
auto
flag
reload
carrier
and there's no
near the
way
red
for you to
base.
reload before rounds are out.
Red flag
There was one
dropped.
version that did.
Death warrant enforced.
Red flag returned.
I've got our flag.
I'm taking heavy
I'm currently
fire.
playing as
Blue
if
flag returned.
you have to do a reload.
Blue flag taken.
And so, oh, sorry. So I'm periodically reaching for that,
Red flag taken.
I'm periodically reaching for that reload key, and there is no actual reload on this game, so it is causing me
Red flag dropped. Red flag returned.
Yippee!
Red team wins the match.
Alright, so I win the match, I'm able to end the session, and I'm able to stop inflicting pain on my wrists. I was really hoping this month I would be moving this Lenovo Y50, because every month I scramble my workstations and move them around and try different setups and ergos, and it's been really bothersome having a gaming workstation at this workbench. And I was hoping I would have one of like my admin or multimedia workstations moved here, but it's not the case, so the Y50 will be staying here for another month, which is a pain. So thanks so much anybody who happened to wander by and check out the live stream, and if you didn't check out the live stream and you swing by and find this over on the Rounding Off Infinity gaming channel on YouTube and you look at the archive version, thanks as well. And if you're looking at this on YouTube, please like or dislike. I don't mind if you dislike, if you give me some feedback. and let me know what you thought could have been better.
We followed the Axon recon team back to
if comments are enabled. Sometimes I disable them on probably half of the ones that I post just to minimize the amount of moderation that I have to do. But everybody who's ever left a comment has been pretty positive. So, like I said, if you do have feedback, please feel free to leave it so I can understand what it is you would prefer to see or hear. So that's going to be it for me. Thanks once again for joining in on this installment of My Gaming Diary on the Rounding Off Infinity live stream channel on Beam and the Rounding Off Infinity gaming channel on YouTube. I've been Agascally Statements from Gearworks.com. If you want to visit the site, you can see the spelling for it over in the lower right-hand corner. Thanks so much, and I'm out of here.